Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the weekend games that have just gone and any controversial issues, any goals or anything like that that happened. If you like our videos, please subscribe. Please drop a like on the video as well. Please put some comments on as well. What did you think of the games? Um, Check out our socials below and all that jazz. And check out all other videos as well of all the other games and our prediction videos as well. There's plenty more videos to come, so I hope you stick with us. Saturday, 12:30, we had Wolves nil, Aston Villa 1.
West Midlands derby got a little bit feisty. Red card apiece. Moutinho for Wolves being sent off. Douglas Luiz for Aston Villa being sent off. El Ghazi scoring a 94th minute penalty to give all 3 points to Aston Villa. And typical derby game, really.
Yeah.
End to end, plenty of tasty challenges, shall we say.
This was
None really, crossing the line. So
this was Villa's fourth penalty in the 90 plus minutes since start of last season. Um, so I've said this in previous weeks where I'm starting to notice a pattern with Villa looking for penalties in the 90th minute when they're needing them for either a point or the to take the win. So I'm definitely skeptical of most of the time when I read that they've got a penalty. Um,
I think they had one overturned as well, didn't they, a couple of weeks back as well, late on.
yeah,
So it would have been another one to add to it. It could have been a completely different story if it wasn't for the goalkeepers on both sides.
and the posts.
And very busy day for everything goal related minus actual goals.
Yeah,
So, but I say very, very good game, a very enjoyable game from a neutral point of view. Wolves still seem to be struggling after the Jimenez injury. They seem to be missing him big time. It looks to have had a lasting effect on the players after last week, and obviously this result.
it,
But
it might give some boost to the team if it's true what I've heard that he'll be in the stands on midweek against Chelsea. So just having him there, even though he's not on the pitch, hopefully that could give the team a little boost that they kind of need. Obviously, missing him on the pitch is definitely a big thing. Silva had a decent chance, the young kid. Striked it across goal, but just hit the post and bounced out.
yeah, he
Um,
got to the rebound, but very good defensive work as well to cover him off and make sure he couldn't get a tap in.
and like you say, there was two red cards. So we'll start off with Douglas Luiz, both second yellows. What's your opinion on this then? So have you seen both challenges that got the yellow cards?
I cannot remember his first one.
So
His
his first one was
second one,
harsh. I don't think that it should have been a penalty. Shouldn't have been a yellow card. Sorry. Um, but the second one, he jumped up with his elbow out, and I think that was a yellow card.
yeah, definitely. There's a little look as well, so he knew what he was doing, and he was aimed towards his face. No, like deliberate elbow, so clearly not a straight red card, but yeah, definitely enough for a second yellow or a yellow card in general. Doesn't matter if it's first or second, does it?
Yeah, I just think it's harsh for Villa because obviously they're now missing a player because he got a second yellow, which I'd again I think his first one shouldn't have been a yellow card. His second one definitely, but now he misses a game, the next game anyway. And Ramsey goes down in the middle of the park, and I can't remember who it was. Matinho gets his second yellow.
Yeah, and this one for me was harsh. I don't think there was much contact.
So I
Uh,
think this is the reverse of Douglas Luiz. So the first challenge, what got him the yellow card, I think that was a yellow card. This second one, looking at the replay, I don't think there was any contact at all. To be honest with you,
I struggle to see the contact. On one replay they show it from behind, and he does clip his knee, but it's a very harsh
yeah,
yellow card for me. I think it might have been, tying the game up. Maybe Mike Dean thought his first card for Douglas Luiz was a bit harsh, and that's why he sort of leveled it up. But yeah, very, very harsh for
Or
me.
maybe Mike Dean knew something what we found out after the game. Um, that was Mike Dean's 3,000th yellow card in his professional refereeing career. So maybe he didn't want to wait another game to give that yellow card out. But again, it's
I
harsh
like
now
you, Matinho.
because hey,
It's like, I like you, Matinho. You can have this award. Oh, I've already booked you one. So dear.
um, yeah. Again, I think it's harsh because obviously Wolves are without Martino in the next game due to that second yellow, and I think it was just harsh for both of them, to be honest with you. Um, but like I say, in the 90th minute, what was it, 94th, 95th
94.
minute, Villa do get a penalty. McGinn just running inside to the box, and is it Sameda? It kind of clips
Mado,
back
who
of his
had a
legs.
fantastic game all game long. Grealish tried that multiple times, and he had him covered every single time. But just the one time he actually gets beaten, McGinn knocks it past him, and yeah, he clips him and grabs his shirt as well. So
I think
two
it was a
tries for one.
penalty, but I feel sorry for Sameda just because it wasn't so much a challenge, but it was running because McGinn had gone past him. He was running and just happened to clip him. So it was a penalty, but it wasn't due to a bad challenge. It was just but like I say, he was pulling his shirt as well. But great penalty from El Ghazi. Uh,
Yeah, for a fantastic penalty, and a player who's had a fair bit of abuse on social media as well recently from his own fans. So it'd have been a big one to silence them. A nice late winner in a derby game. And like I say, great penalty. Perhaps a bit unlucky for Patricio, who did have a good game for Wolves as well in goal. Um, and perhaps a bit harsh on Wolves, because like I say, it was a very good game. It could have gone either way.
yeah, definitely. Sadly, that loss puts Wolves in the 13th place, 17 points. The last 6 games, they've only had 2 wins and 1 draw, and the rest losses. So, I kind of expect Wolves to be higher than what they are. Again, they was unlucky in this one. The 3 point, if they got the 3 points, they'd be looking in the top half between 6th and 8th. So, definitely unlucky for them. Aston Villa, obviously, they had a decent run and then they kind of went downhill for a bit. So they'll be happy to get another 3 points on the table. They're currently mid-table on 10th, 18 points. The last 6 games, they've had 2 wins and 4 losses. So again, they had a very good start and then they just dropped massively. And 2 wins in 6 after their start is a bit of kick for them.
Do you feel the week off last week had a benefit for them? Obviously, the game against Newcastle being postponed. Do you think that could have been potentially why McGinn finally managed to get the beating of Semedo? Maybe Semedo was a little bit more tired, a bit of tiredness in his legs, whereas the Villa players were fresher.
Possibly. Obviously, I'd kind of mixed effect between Villa and Newcastle because Newcastle couldn't train at all, but Aston Villa could. Like I say, they had a week off. So these are the kind of things, especially over the next couple of weeks, as I probably say in every single video, so I'm like a broken record. But the next couple of weeks, if you manage to get that week's rest, then it's a massive advantage for you.
It is. Obviously, they've got to get that game played at some point, so it's going to negatively affect them
Yeah,
down the line. But if you've got points on the board beforehand, then.
yeah.
So, yeah, I think it definitely did have some impact for both teams as well that didn't play last week. I think that could potentially be why Semedo did finally get beat late on.
I mean,
And
Villa.
yeah,
The fact that
perhaps a bit unlucky.
Villa didn't play last week, they also didn't play the first week as well because Man City had a week off. Well, an extra week off due to being in Champions League later stages. So Yeah, Villa's now got 2 games to catch up on when we eventually get round to it, which I know they're not scheduled yet, but it's going to be probably January, February, when again games will start building up.
I mean, if they say they played them now and won them both, they're a point off top two.
Yeah,
So it shows how much that could affect. Again, you have to win these games, but
yeah. So obviously the games are against Man City, which I guess if Aston Villa played Man City in the first couple of weeks, then you kind of expect an Aston Villa win because of City's poor start. But now City's kind of getting back into the swing of scoring and getting those points on the board, and Villa kind of having the slump. That's not a team that you want to be playing. And then obviously Newcastle, we've said many times that they're kind of hit and miss. Some weeks they turn up and they look good, and other weeks that you can tell that why they're struggling this season. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see whether they do win them 2 games and how much that does affect them.